What's going on, everybody? Ed0626 bringing you some Star Wars Battlefront 2 gameplay. I'm playing Galactic Assault on the map Kashyyyk. And if you play Galactic Assault, you know, it's kind of basically dying at this point since capital supremacy became a thing. But, you know, I still enjoy it here and there. This is an old as fuck gameplay, though. This gameplay has to be roughly a year and a half or more old, because I believe this was before the actual fucking progression system update that they had. So anyway, enjoy some old school Battlefront 2, I guess, in the background as I talk to you guys about something that has kind of piqued my interest as of late. So allow me to preface before I get into the actual commentary part of this video. I'm scrolling on Twitter about 2 weeks ago. I see a tweet from someone I follow or someone I know follows that retweeted it, and it was a guy tweeting about Overwatch. I'm not an Overwatch fan, but it was a guy tweeting about Overwatch, and he was saying something along the lines of an Overwatch 2 being reported to be in development, which I actually spoke to a friend of mine about that plays the game. And he says it's not true, but it's true at the same time. So, God knows how that's going to be. But, regardless, the tweet went something along the lines of, imagine putting thousands of hours into a game, like Overwatch, where you have to really grind for stuff. And only to find out that an Overwatch 2 is coming back, or an Overwatch 2 is being possibly developed, and you have to start everything all over again. So I thought about this in my own mind, and I'm like, I would hate for a game like Battlefront to have another sequel, making it Battlefront 3. And here's why I say this. And it's not so much of the grind, well, it is more or less now of the grindiness, and I'll kind of get to that in a second, but, I mean, think about it like this. Battlefront 2 had a awful launch. It was terrible. Might be one of the worst launches of a game in quite some time, before Anthem, anyway. But the point I'm trying to make is, despite the launch, you know, the DICE team, the people working on it, really tried to save this game as best they could. And I believe they did, for the most part. And imagine being a game developer, putting hundreds of hours on a game that was more or less dead within its first 2 weeks of being available to the public. All the backlash of the pay to win, you know, the loot box system, the star cards, all that shit, taking 5-6 months, maybe more, to completely overhaul the system, pushing back any DLC you had planned, and now is basically pumping out DLC in a relatively decent time frame. And, you know, it's stuff the community actually wants. So imagine being the developer and doing all of this over the last couple of years, only to find out that you now have to do a Battlefront 3, where all the hard work is not going to mean anything, because this new game's going to be in development and then released to the public, and then people are going to be talking about that. Now, I, for one, if I really think about this, don't want any of that to happen, because one, I actually like Battlefront 2 in its current state, more or less. Some things I can do without, but Battlefront 2 not only shouldn't have a sequel, because God only knows no one's going to want to play it again, no one's going to want to buy it, given everything in the past that we know, but just also the fact that all the new stuff they added, you know, what's the point of even playing it now? You know, we got Fallujah on the way at the end of the summer. It's more or less pointless to... what they really should do is create content, more content that people want. You know, some people are kind of getting tired of the Clone Wars content, and they want something new. You know, I'm not saying I'm one of those people, but I can definitely I would prefer to have some sort of new, maybe like a original series map, like Scarif or something, quote unquote, well, if you consider Rogue One to be original series. But yeah, now some games can also get away with this sort of thing, like the whole sequel thing. I mean, people I know play Borderlands and whatever. I'm pretty sure Borderlands is like one of those types of games that can get away with, you know, that sort of thing, having sequel after sequel every couple of years. Call of Duty is its own animal by having literal mini-series within its franchise, like Modern Warfare and Black Ops. But the other thing I also want to touch on is that with each iteration of a series, I feel like it should get better and better over time. I don't feel, personally, that, you know, I mean, Battlefront 2 is a big up from the first one, EA's first attempt. It's a big up, but, you know, it could still do with a lot more content, I feel like. And that also goes to show, like, not goes to show, but it also plays into the fact of, you know, potential content that the movies offer, like whatever the Rise of Skywalker offers in terms of planets and weapons and characters, all that cool shit, you know? Like, what are they gonna do? Add that in the next Battlefront? If they do make one? So, I don't know. I don't agree with games like Battlefront having another sequel, because I just think it's pointless for the player. And again, I'm not sure if I mentioned this already, but because I've been rambling on and on, but they also just implemented a level 1000 system, kind of like a Prestige Master sort of thing in Call of Duty, where each class you can now rank up to level 1000. This includes, I believe, Assault, Heavy, Specialist, Officer, the Enforcer and Aerial class, and the Infiltrator. Pretty much everything, I think. And it's kind of ridiculous. So imagine having to grind for all of this, and maybe there's some rewards here and there that are offered within that system. And now here comes Battlefront 3. I think it's ridiculous, personally. I really do think it's ridiculous if they did something like that. So I'm not... that's where I kind of draw the line, where it's like, nope, don't need another iteration of the game. But like I said, some games can get away with this. So really quick, as I conclude, as this video winds down, I'm Darth Maul right now, and this guy is about to stop our bomb from destroying his ship. I threw that goddamn lightsaber, saying to myself, oh fuck, I gotta stop this before I have to do this all over again, and we might lose this game. I think I single-handedly, at that moment in time, saved the game for us, because God only knows what would have happened if we missed that objective. So that's just how I see everything. Anyway, hope you guys are enjoying the content on the channel as of late. Let me know what you guys think about what I was talking about down in the description, the comments section, I should say, because I feel like this is something that not a lot of people talk about. Does every game need to have another iteration or a sequel to it? I don't think so. I think there are exceptions to the rule, but I don't think every single game needs a sequel. Anyway, guys, my name is Ed0626. Our boys won the game, and I got some big stuff planned for you guys this week besides this video. I got my birthday coming up on Wednesday, and you guys know when I got a birthday video coming out, it's going to be fucking good. So, hope you guys, that's something you guys can look forward to. And then we got Friday with EBCW. So and I got some pretty good shit planned for that as well. Anyway, I will see you guys in more videos throughout the week. I hope you all enjoyed this one. Once again, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. And have a great day. Peace out.